your car's fire.
Not worry.
Good luck.
Is someone there?
Never should have come here.
You can't hide from me!
Now you're mine.
Okay, where is that dragon? My dragon bone. Lost.
What was that?
Bony dragon. Okay. Are they here? Where are they? Yes, they reached here.
What are you waiting for?
This is the blood seal. Only Dragonborn can open with his blood. Activate blood seal. I am going to cut my wrist and drop a blood. Then this will open. This head will turn.
Odds above,
So
what are you
stand
waiting
here
for?
and
Probably
cut.
right. Try using your blood on the carved seal on the floor. It's coming to life. You did it. Here's the entrance. After you, Dragon. You should have the honor of being the first to set foot in the sky.
There's no telling what we might find inside.
So this is Alduin's wall. This wall is called Alduin's wall. And for this we need to burn a torch. I mean light a torch. Dragon, you can see. People, dragon, horses. What a nice painting out here. And this dragon, that big dragon is I think Alduin. And there should be someone called Dragonborn here.
Look, here is Alduin. This panel goes back to the beginning of time, when Alduin and the Dragon Cult ruled over Skyrim.
I'm
Here,
trying to burn
the
this
humans rebel
old man.
against the Dragon Overlord, the legendary Dragon War. Alduin's defeat is the centerpiece of the war. You see, here is fallen from the sky. The Nord Tongs, masters of the voice, are arrayed against him.
So does it show how they defeated him? Isn't that why we're here?
Patience, my dear. The Akaviri were not a straightforward people. Everything is couched in allegory, mythic symbol. Yes. This here, coming from the mouths of the Nord heroes, this is the Akaviri symbol for shout. But there's no way to know what shout is meant.
Yes, this guy is
You
shouting.
mean they used a shout to defeat Alduin? You're sure?
Oh yes, presumably something rather specific to Magnus, or even Alduin himself. Remember, this is where they recorded all the news of Alduin and the Third.
So we're looking for a shout then. Damn it. Have you ever heard of such a thing? A shout that can knock a dragon out of the sky?
No, I never heard anything like that.
I was afraid you were going to say that. I guess there's nothing for it. We'll have to ask the Greybeards for help. I hope to avoid involving them in this, but we have no other choice.
Then go, ask. Go ask. Ask yourself. Now you are telling me to take help from the Greybeard, and then you will tell me to kill the Parthenos.
You ever heard of a shout that can knock a dragon out of the sky?
No, I don't. No. I am not going to ask. I'm not going to ask.
Have you ever heard of a shout that can knock a dragon out of the sky?
No, I never
I was
heard.
afraid you were going to say. I guess there's nothing for it. I hope to avoid involving them in this, but we have no other choice. If they had their way, you do nothing but sit up on their mountain with them and talk to the sky or whatever it is.
That is what they are supposed to
The
do. They are
Greybeards
not
so
warriors.
afraid of power that they won't use it. Think about it.
They are not
Have they
afraid
tried to
of it.
stop the Civil War or done anything about Alduin? No. And they're afraid
Why
of you.
they will do?
of
Why
your
they
power.
should do? It is
Trust
your
me, there is no
business.
need to be
It
afraid.
is none of their
Think
business.
of Tiber Septim. Do you think he'd have founded the Empire if he'd listened to the Greybeards?
The Gabriel might have a point. Power is dangerous. Don't worry, I am not afraid of my own power.
Good. The Greybeards can teach you a lot, but don't let them turn you away from your destiny. You're Dragonborn, and you're the only one who can stop Alduin. Don't forget it.
Okay, bring Alduin. I am going to kill him. I better go to see what Arangir knows about this song. तो ये अरंगेर जो है ग्रेवियर्ड वो हमें बताएगा कैसे चिल्लाते हैं.
Right. Good
Right?
thing they've already let you into their little cult. Not likely they'd help Esbern or me if we came calling. We'll look around Skyhaven Temple and see what else the old blades might have left for us. It's a better hideout than I could have hoped for. Talos guard you.
Look here, in the third map. The prophecy which brought Kaviri to Tamriel. In search of the dragon.
But I need to find something. I think there should be some good stuff. Wow, dragon beam. Nice. Blade shield. Oh. Blades gauntlet. Nice. Blade helmet. Blade boots. Blades armor. Nice, nice, nice. You can see the sky, that is why it is called Sky Heaven Temple. Now I am going to see how long this dragon bane is. Where is the dragon bane? Dragon bone. Yeah, here. 10 points of extra damage to dragons, 10 points of damage to others, 40 points. Means this cannot be enchanted. Bad for business. Now I am going to the Grand Pass here.
Your
Hello.
training proceeds well, Dragonborn.
So yes,
Sky, guard you.
I would like to learn more.
You have learned so much already, Dragonborn. Growing your gift too quickly would be dangerous.
So what do you
But there are
want?
many words of power in Skyrim, carved in the dragon tongue. Even from here we can feel the Thu'um resonate from them. Finding these lost words would be a sufficient test to temper your abilities with experience. Ask when you are ready to search.
I'm ready. Have you located any
We have
words of
felt
power?
the whisper of a word. Give me your map and I will show you where its echo can be found.
Echo can be found. Ironbind Burrow. Okay.
Where did you learn of that? Who have you been talking to?
Blades. It was recorded on the Alduin wall.
The Blades, of course. They specialize in meddling in matters they barely understand. Their reckless arrogance knows no bounds. They have always sought to turn the Dragonborn from the path of wisdom. Have you learned nothing from us? Would you simply be a tool in the hands of the Blades to be used for their own purposes?
The blades are helping me. I am not their puppet. The blade just want to defeat Alduin, don't you? The blade aren't keeping secrets from me.
What I want is irrelevant. This shout was used once before, was it not? And here we are again. Have you considered that Alduin was not meant to be defeated? Those who overthrew him in ancient times only postponed the day of reckoning. They did not stop it. If the world is meant to end, so be it. Let it end and be reborn.
So you won't
No,
help me?
not now. Not until you return to the path of wisdom.
Lovstovaki, Strundul, Rockventinvak, Alduin'S.
Forgive me, I was intemperate. I allowed my emotions to cloud my judgment. Master Einarth reminded me of my duty. The decision whether or not to help you is not mine to make.
So can you teach me this sound?
No, I cannot teach it to you, because I do not know it. It is called Dragon Rend, but its words of power are unknown to us. We do not
So?
regret this loss. Dragon Rend holds no place within the way of the voice.
So what is so bad about Dragonbrand?
It was created by those who had lived under the unimaginable cruelty of Alduin's dragon cult. Their whole lives were consumed with hatred for dragons, and they poured all their anger and hatred into this shout. When you learn a shout, you take it into your very being. In a sense, you become the shout. In order to learn and use this shout, you will be taking this evil into yourself.
Okay. Then? So, if the sword is lost, how can I defeat Alduin?
Only Paarthurnax, the master of our order, can answer that question, if he so chooses.
Who is Parthenox?
He is our leader. He surpasses us all in his mastery of the way of the voice.
Why haven't I met Parthenox yet?
He lives in seclusion on the very peak of the mountain. He speaks to us only rarely, and never to outsiders. Being allowed to see him is a great privilege.
How do I get to the top
Only
of the
those whose voice is strong can find the path. We will teach you a shout to open the way to Paarthurnax.
Well, that will help. Go ahead.
Path to Parthenax lies through this gate. I will show you how to open the way.
Clear sky, summer sky, spring sky, spring, and this is summer.
I will grant you my understanding of clear skies. This is your final gift from us, Dragonborn.
Final gift.
Use it well.
Okay. Fine.
Clear skies will blow away the mist, but only for a time. The path to Parthenax is not to be embarked upon lightly. Keep moving, stay focused on your goal, and you will reach the summit.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Dovaki.
Dovaki. One-handed. need. Third of the world discovered.
Drem Yolok, greetings, Wundernik. I am Path. Who are you? What brings you to my Strunmach, my mountain?
I think you already know who I am.
Yes, Vaza. You speak true, Dovahkiin. Forgive me. It has been long since I held Tinvak with a stranger.
Timva,
I
come
gave
on.
in to the temptation to prolong our speech.
Oh. मतलब क्या कर रहा समझ गए ना आप? You understood? You leave alone. I need to learn the dragon rant. How can you take me?
Drem, patience. There are formalities which must be observed at the first meeting of two of the Dove.
Okay.
By long tradition, the Elder speaks first. Hear my thum. Feel it in your bones. Match it, if you are Dovahkiin.
I will match. Don't worry.
Why do you intrude here, if not for Tinvak? A gift, Dovahkiin. Understand fire. The Dove do. Not until introductions are complete. See, behave. Test your thum against mine, Dovahkiin.
Huh?
Oh.
Out.
Show me what you can do. Greet me not as Dove, but as Dova. Ah, yes. Sosedo Vrostmul. The dragon blood runs strong in you. It is long since I had the pleasure of speech with one of my own kind. So, you have made your way here to me. No easy task for a jaw, mortal. Even for one of Dova Sos, dragon blood.
What would you ask of me?
Can you teach me Dragonrand's out?
I have expected you, Proda. You would not come all this way for Tinvak with an old Dova. No, you seek your weapon against Alduin.
Yes, I do see. How did you know I came from Dragonrand?
Alduin Comate Teed. What else would you seek? Alduin and Dovahkiin return together.
Haha.
But I do not know the Thum you seek. Croesus, it cannot be known to me. Your kind, Jor, mortals, created it as a weapon against the Dove, the dragons. Our Hadrime, our minds, cannot even comprehend its concepts.
How can I learn it then?
Drem, all in good time. First, a question for you. Why do you want to learn this Thum?
I want to kill every dragon. I like this world. I don't want to.
As good a reason as any. There are many who feel as you do, although not all.
Yes,
Some would say that all things must end, so that the next can come to pass.
next Kalpa.
Perhaps this world is simply the egg of the next Kalpa? Lean Vokeen? Would you stop the next world from being born?
Next world will take care of itself. The next world will have to take care of itself.
A fair answer. Rofus, maybe you only balance the forces that work to quicken the end of this world. Even we who ride the currents of time cannot see past time's end. Wulsetid los Trahodis. Those who try to hasten the end may delay it. Those who work to delay the end may bring it closer.
Right.
But you have indulged my weakness for speech long enough. Croesus, now I will answer your question. Do you know why I live here, at the peak of the Monavin, what you name throat of the world?
I know, it is the place.
Drem, patience. I am answering in my way. This is the most sacred mountain in Skyrim, Zokravak Struma, the great mountain of the world.
Mount
Here,
Everest.
the ancient tongues, the first mortal masters of the voice, brought Alduin to battle and defeated him.
Using Dragonrand?
Yes and no. Viknus Nikaron. Alduin was not truly defeated either. If he was, you would not be here today seeking to defeat him. The Nords of those days used the Dragonrend shout to cripple Alduin, but this was not enough. Ok Mulag Unslad. It was the Kell, the Elder Scroll. They
Kell.
used it to cast him adrift on the currents of time.
Are you saying the ancient nodes sent Alduin in time?
Not intentionally. Some hoped he would be gone forever, forever lost. Meye. I knew better. Tidbo Amativ. Time flows ever onward. One day, he would surface. Which is why I have lived here. For thousands of mortal years, I have waited. I knew where he would emerge, but not when. How to explain in your tongue? The Dove have words for such things that Jor do not. It is an artifact from outside time. It does not exist, but it has always existed. Rahwalam. They are fragments of creation.
Okay.
The Kele, Elder Scrolls as you name them, they have often been used for prophecy. Yes, your prophecy comes from an Elder Scroll. But this is only a small part of their power. Sofa Suyek.
How does any of this help?
Tidkrent. Time was shattered here because of what the ancient Nords did to Alduin. If you brought that Kel, that Elder Scroll back here to the Tid Ahran, the Time Wound, with the Elder Scroll that was used to break time, you may be able to cast yourself back to the other end of the break.
Okay.
You could learn Dragonrend from those who created it.
Okay. I have that.
You have it. The Kel, the Elder Scroll. Tidkrech Kalos. Time shudders at its touch. There is no question. You are doom-driven. Kogan Akatosh. The very bones of the earth are at your disposal. Go then. Fulfill your destiny. Take the scroll to the Time Wound. Do not delay. Alduin will be coming. He cannot miss the sign.
So I need to read this.
Gormley! Running out of time. Battle!
Today, Alduin's lordship will be restored. But I honor your courage. Krifwolf Akrin. Die now in vain.
Know that Gormley sent you down to death. Hakon! A glorious day, is it not?
Have you no thought beyond the blooding of your blade?
What else is there?
Battle below goes ill. If Alduin does not rise to our challenge, I fear all may be lost.
You worry too much, brother. Victory will be ours.
Why does Alduin hang back? We've staked everything on this plan of yours, old man.
He will come. He cannot ignore our defiance. And why should he fear us, even now?
We blooded him well. 4 of his kin have fallen to my blade alone this day.
None have yet stood against Alduin himself. Balthor, Sori, Birka.
They did not have Dragonrend. Once we bring him down, I promise, I will have his head.
You do not understand. Alduin cannot be slain like a lesser dragon. He is beyond our strength. Which is why I brought the Elder Scroll.
Veldir, we agreed not to use it.
I never agreed. And if you are right, we will not need
We'll
it.
deal with Alduin ourselves. Here and now.
We shall see soon enough. Alduin approaches.
So be it.
This is Alduin.
Him hind paliv, zuu hindan.
Let those that watch from Sovngarde envy us this day.
Water, final, war,
What have you done?
and temporary.
My teeth to his neck. But first, Dean Kumar. Die in terror, knowing my fate. To feed my power and comfort in Sovngarde.
If I die today, it will not be in terror. First time, worm. See it in your eye. Skyrim will be free!
It's no use.
Hold Alduin on the wing. Sister Hawk, grant us your sacred breath to make this contract heard. Begone, World Eater. By words with older bones than your own, we break your perch on this age and send you out. You are banished. Shout you out from all our endings unto the last. You are banished.
Worked. Did it.
Yes, the World Eater is gone. May the spirits have mercy on our souls.
Nakib Silesur. My belly is full of the souls of your fellow mortals. Die. Remained in Sovngarde. Lost foot, you are too late. I have feasted on many graves. Ah, dear. Join me to perish with your mortal friends. You may have picked up the weapons of my ancient foes, but you are not their equal. Now he is Dovahkiin. You have become strong. But I am Alduin, firstborn of Akatosh. Malagis cannot be slain here by you or anyone else. You cannot prevail against me. I will outlast you, mortal. Lot Kongrach, you truly have the voice of a Dova. Alduin's allies will think twice after this victory. Ni livrach hin moro. True, this is not the final Kongra victory, but not even the heroes of old were able to defeat Alduin in open battle. Alduin always was Pachlok, arrogant in his power. Uznagar Par. He took domination as his birthright. This should shake the loyalty of the Dove who serve him. Yes, one of his allies could tell us Matmahus, but it will not be so easy to convince one of them to betray him. Perhaps the Hafkasayun, the palace in Whiterun, Dragon's Reach. It was originally built to house a captive Dova. A fine place to trap one of Alduin's allies, hmm? Yes, but your Sum is strong. I do not doubt that you can convince him of the need. Yes. I used to visit him from time to time, nearly crazed by loneliness and captivity. Tiraz Sivaz. He did not even remember his own name. I do not know how he came to be caught, but the Bronyun, the Jarl, was very proud of his pet, Pak. The Hofkasayun has been known as Dragon's Reach ever since.
You are the master of the graybeards. Shoot,
I
will
have
get from
taught the
here,
way
so
of the
stand.
voice for centuries, and the Thum since long before that. But no, Dovahkiin. Others do not come here to train anymore. Saran, you are the first in over 100 years. I meditate on the Rotmulag, the words of power. I counsel in their use. It is enough for me. Knowing a word of power is to take its meaning into yourself. Contemplate the meaning of a Rotmulag. You will become closer to that word as it fills your inner self. Will I teach you, Dovahkiin? What word calls you to deeper understanding? There are 3 to master: Fus, Faim, and Yol. Fade in your tongue. Mortals have greater affinity for this word than the Dove. Everything mortal fades away in time, but the spirit remains. Ponder the meaning of spirit. Unslad Zi. Where mortal flesh may wither and die, the spirit endures. That is fine. Let that meaning fill you. Sum Ark Mora. You will find that your spirit will give you more strength. Which calls to you, Dovahkiin? Fus, Faim, or Yol? In your tongue, the word simply means fire. It is change given form, power at its most primal. That is the true meaning of Yol. Solyek, power. You have it. as do all Dove. But power is inert without action and choice. Think of this as the fire builds in your sum, in your breath. Sum arc mora. What will you burn? What will you spare? Which calls to you, Dovahkiin? It is called force in your tongue. But as you push the world, so does the world push back. Think of the way force may be applied effortlessly. Imagine but a whisper pushing aside all in its path. That is Fus. Let its meaning fill you. Sum arc mora. You will push the world harder than it pushes back. Sum arc mora.
Got some good pieces out here. Take a look. Don't forget to... Check inside the shop if you need anything. I don't claim to be the best smith in white. Yorland Graham's got that honor. Man steel, legendary. All I ask is chance. Some good out here. Buy, nor inside. Have you met my father? He's a steward up at Dragon's Reach. I help my father in more ways than people realize.
Welcome to war. We've got blades, helmets, pretty much anything to suit your needs. Good doing business with you.
Ah, what are you hunting? Never mind. I don't want to know. Thank you very much for your business.
Well met, Kinsman.
Got something for just about everybody in here. Give a holler if you haven't. You and me, we're... Oh, a bit of this and a bit of that. Do come back.
Let me know if you see anything you like. What do you need, my friend? You already know all. Take a look.
Come back anytime if you need a remedy. I sell cures for all ills, and I'll be happy to serve you. If there's anything I can help you with, you have but to ask. I offer remedies for ailments both common and rare. Do let me know if I can be of service. You'll find tonics, salves, poultices, and potions in...
Father says I'm too young to train with the sword.
May the
so I
gods watch
practice
over your
with
battles,
this.
friend. I must have misheard you. I thought you asked me to help you trap a dragon in my palace. Of course. You already saved Whiterun from that dragon. I owe you a great deal. But I don't understand. Why let a dragon into the heart of my city when we've been working so hard to keep them out? Alduin, the World Eater himself. But how can we fight him? Doesn't his return mean it's the end times? I don't know about such things, but I heard the Greybeard summon you. That's good enough for me. Now what's this nonsense about trapping a dragon in my palace? I want to help you, Dragonborn, and I will, but I need your help first. Ulfric and General Tullius are both just waiting for me to make a wrong move. Do you think they will sit idle while the dragon is slaughtering my men and burning my city? No. I can't risk weakening the city while we are under the threat of enemy attack. I'm sorry.
What if you didn't have to worry about the enemy attack?
Then I would be glad to help you with your mad dragon trapping scheme. But getting both sides to agree to a truce will be difficult at this point. The bitterness has gone too deep. Maybe. What of the Greybeards? They are respected by all Nords. High Hrothgar is neutral territory. If the Greybeards were willing to host a peace council, then maybe Ulfric and Tullius would have to listen. Aye, Dragonborn. Maybe you can stop the dragons, and this war into the bargain. According to Jarl, they say Numenex was the dragon's name. That's his skull decorating the main hall. No doubt he thought it was the only way to make his point. And also because he knew he could. With good... Even now, we must also... But until brave heroes step forward, if it's the warrior, no doubt General Ulfric Stormcloak, the day might come when I... But that day has not come yet. My men will be ready when you are Dragonborn. You have a truce to arrange first, eh?
I trust you're not planning any trouble. What can I do for you, friend? Divine smile on you, friend. I'll show you what I know. Until next time.
Oh.
Alduin? We heard the Dragonren shout from here. You defeated him?
Yes.
I feared as much. I thought it was him we saw flying east after your battle.
I need your help. I need to capture a dragon.
We are not warriors. What is overlooked in the Dragonborn is not permitted to any other followers of the Way of the Voice.
I will worry about capturing a dragon. I need your help to stop the war.
You misunderstand our authority. The Greybeards have never involved themselves in political affairs.
Jarl wall group won't help me while the war rages.
I see. The dragon will lead you to Alduin, but without the Jarl's help.
Both sides respect the Greybeards. They will listen.
Paarthurnax has made the decision to help you. This is the road we have to walk. Even the Greybeards must bend to the winds of change, it seems. So be it. Tell Ulfric and General Tullius that the Greybeards wish to speak to them. We will see if they still remember us. Sky, guard you.
Hail, summoner. Conjure.
Ulfric won't give us a straight answer.
He's a true Nord. He'll come around.
Don't be so sure of that. We've intercepted
Only the
couriers from
foolish or the
Solitude.
courageous approach
The
a
Empire's
Jarl
putting
without
a great deal
summons.
of pressure
Do
on
I know
Whiterun.
you?
I believe we have already met.
Is that so? Yes. You were with us at Helgen. Destined for the chopping block, if I'm not mistaken. A fair point. Well, you've come to the right place then. Speak with Galmar. I'm always looking for able fighters. Not everyone can say they made it out of Helgen. Seems we're all branded villains these days. So long as your criminal past stays in the past, and you fight for me with honor and integrity, we'll welcome you into our ranks. And what would you have me do?
If he's not
Speak
with
with
us,
Galmar.
he's
He'll
against
size you up
us.
and see where we can best use your talents. Enough.
I think
He's a true Nord. He'll come around.
Don't be so sure of that. We've intercepted couriers from Solitude. The Empire's putting a great deal
Only
of
the
pressure
foolish or
on
the
White
courageous approach a Jarl without summons. Do I know you? Ah, yes. Destined for the chopping block, if I'm not mistaken. Raylof's, but he hasn't returned. I'm always looking for able fighters. Seems we're all branded villains these days. So long as your criminal past stays. And what would you have me do? Speak with Galmar. He'll size you up. It's about time they turned their gaze from the heavens back to our bleeding homeland. What do they want?
they want to negotiate a truce until the Dragonman Act.
I have the greatest respect for the Greybeards, of course. And the dragon attacks are a growing plague. But the political situation is still delicate. Not all the Jarls are fully committed to supporting me as High King. I can't afford to appear weak. I can't agree to this unless Tullius himself will be there. Alduin, the World Eater of song and legend. If that's true, well, it changes the situation, doesn't it? Even Tullius may be forced to talk sense in the face of such a threat. Yes, I'll give Tullius one more chance to quit Skyrim with his tail between his legs.
He's against us.
He knows that. They all know that.
How long are you going to wait?
You think I need to send Bolgraf a stronger
Folks are
message?
finding victory across the land.
If by message you mean shoving a sword
Fancy
through-
yourself an alchemist? If you're heading to... Take a good look around. I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for. If not, let me know. I might not...
Hello, I'm Gisli. But you can just call me Erica's sister. Everyone does.
So nice. Clothes and raiment for the discerning customer. Finally.
Fresh fish.
I've got a little work
Feel
if
free
you're
to make
interested,
requests.
traveler.
Way to go. Looking to protect yourself or deal some damage? Return anytime you need arms or armor. My forge never rests.
So you can cast a few spells. I know you're kind, always sneaking about.
I'm telling you, Ulfric's
I
planning
remember
an
you.
attack on Whiterun.
You were at Helgen. Speak to Legate Ricka. I suspect we could use someone like you. I see. Then there's nothing further to discuss. If you change your mind, speak with the Legate. The Greybeards. What do those old hermits want with me? Why, there's nothing to discuss as long as that traitor Ulfric is in arms against his rightful emperor. They are getting to be a problem. But I wasn't sent to Skyrim to fight dragons. My job is to quell this rebellion, and I intend to do just that. Dragons or no dragons. Fair enough. We're driving the Stormcloaks back well enough at the moment, but we're already overstretched. That's what comes of trying to win a war with a bare handful of legions. If the Emperor would just give me the reinforcements I've requested. Yes, fine. I'll come to this Greybeard Council. For all the good it will do. He'd be insane to try. He doesn't have the men.
That's not what my scouts report, sir. Every day...
The Greybeards have called a peace council at High Hrothgar. Can you believe it? Both Ulfric Stormcloak and General Tullius.
So, you've done it. The men of violence are gathered here, in these halls whose very stones are dedicated to peace. I should not have agreed to host this council. The Greybeards have no business involving ourselves in such matters. Yes. Which is why I allowed this violation of all our traditions. But regrets are pointless. Here we are. Take your seat at the council table, and let us see what wisdom we can find among these warriors of Skyrim. Now that everyone is here, please take your seats so we can begin. I hope that we have all come here in the spirit of...
You insult us by bringing her to this negotiation? You're Chief Talos Hunter?
That didn't take long.
Diplomat.
Here.
I have every right to be at this negotiation. I need to ensure that nothing is agreed to here that violates the terms of the White Gold Concordat.
She's part of the Imperial delegation. You can't dictate who I bring to this council.
Please, if we have to negotiate the terms of the negotiation, we will never get anywhere. Perhaps this would be a good time to get the Dragonborn's input on this matter.
By Izmir's beard. The nerve of those Imperial bastards, eh? To think that I would sit down at the same table with that. Thalmor bitch. Either she walks or I do.
What is the harm besides Tullius doesn't really want her?
I'm glad we agree on this.
Very well, Ulfric. Enjoy your petty victory. The Thalmor will treat with whatever government rules Skyrim. We would not think of interfering in your civil war.
Ha! Skyrim will never bow to the Thalmor. Unlike your Imperial friends here.
You're lucky I respect the Greybeard's council, Galmar.
Legate, we represent the Emperor here.
Sorry, sir. It won't happen again.
Now that that's settled, may we proceed?
I have something to say first.
Here we go.
The only reason I agreed to attend this council was to deal with the dragon menace. There's nothing else to talk about. Unless the Empire is finally ready to renounce its unjust claim to rule over the free people of Skyrim.
I knew he wouldn't be able to resist.
We're here to arrange a temporary truce to allow the Dragonborn here to deal with the dragons, nothing more. I consider even talking to the Empire a generous gesture.
Are you done? Did you just come here to make speeches, or can we get down to business?
Yes, let's get this over with.
Are we ready to proceed? Jarl Ulfric, General Tullius, this council is unprecedented. We are gathered here at the Dragonborn's request. I ask that you all respect the spirit of High Hrothgar, and do your best to begin the process of achieving a lasting peace in Skyrim. Who would like to open the negotiations?
Yes, let's get down to it. We want control of Markarth. That's our price for agreeing to a truce.
So that's why you're here, Ulfric? You dare to insult the Greybeards by using this council to advance your own position?
Jarl Elisif,
General, this is outrageous. You can't be taking this demand seriously. I thought we were here to discuss a truce.
Elisif, I said I'd handle it. Ulfric, you can't seriously expect us to give up Markarth at the negotiating table. You hope to gain in council what you've been unable to take in battle, is that it?
I'm sure Jarl Ulfric does not expect something for nothing.
Yes, that'd be entirely out of character.
Want in return?
Wait, General, you don't intend to just hand over Markarth to that traitor?
This is how the Empire repays us for our loyalty?
Enough! First, let's be clear. This council wasn't my idea. I think it's a waste of time. You are a traitor to the Empire, and deserve a traitor's death. But I at least will negotiate in good faith. Since we're all here at your request, I'd like to hear what you think Markarth is worth. In exchange for Markarth, the source of most of Skyrim's silver. Hardly. Riften seems like a better choice to me. Well fortified, easily resupplied from across Lake Honric, plus all the mead we can drink. Winterhold would allow us to directly threaten the rebel supply lines out of Windhelm. Better than nothing, I suppose. But Ulfric will need to offer a lot more if he wants me to give up Markarth without a fight.
The Dragonborn has spoken, Tullius. Markarth will be ours. Now we'll see if there's anything behind your talk of good faith.
You disappoint me, Dragonborn. I accepted your invitation on trust in your good name. But it seems you intend to favor Ulfric. I can see now that this is not a negotiation at all. I know you, Ulfric. If I hand over Markarth, you'll be ready with a new demand. You'll never defeat the Empire, and you know it. But you're willing to sacrifice thousands for your own selfish ambition. Soon enough, I'll have you back under the headsman's axe, and this time there won't be any dragon to save you.
As always, the Empire's fine words are worth nothing.
Stop! Are you so blind to our danger that you can't see past your petty disagreements? Here you sit arguing about nothing, while the fate of the land hangs in the balance.
Is he with you, Delphi? If so, I advise you to tell him to watch his tongue.
He is with me. And I advise you both to listen to what he has to say before you do anything rash.
Don't you understand the danger? Don't you understand what the return of the dragons means? Alduin has returned, the World Eater. Even now he devours the souls of your fallen comrades. He grows more powerful with every soldier slain in your pointless war. Can you not put aside your hatred for even one moment in the face of this mortal danger?
I don't know about the end of the world, but this dragon situation has gotten out of hand. If this truce will help the Dragonborn here put an end to that menace, we both gain. Remember that, Ulfric. Now, back to the matter at hand. You know as well as I do that we can't hand over Markarth on these terms.
Shores, bones, where will these demands end?
Let's hear it.
We want compensation for the massacre at Karthwasten.
You slaughtered the very people you claim to be fighting for. True sons of Skyrim would never do such things.
Damned Imperial lies. My men would never stoop to such methods, even in retaliation for your butchery at...
All the blood spilled in this war is on your head.
So, Dragonborn, what do you say? I should have known better than to expect you to give us a fair hearing. Once again, the Empire takes the blame for the crimes of others. You know I can't agree to these terms. The Emperor would repudiate this treaty and I would be recalled.
Damn Imperial arrogance.
I'm listening.
We want the Pale returned to Imperial control. The traitor Skull the Elder will be replaced with a more loyal candidate.
What next, Tullius? Shall I just hand over all of Skyrim?
I guess I have no choice but to let the Dragonborn decide, although I'm starting to doubt your fairness. So, Dragonborn, what do you say? I knew I could count on you. Don't hand me a mug of sheep's piss and call it Colovian brandy. These terms are still not acceptable.
You see what talking to them gets us?
I'm listening.
Never mind. I can see that these are the best terms we'll get from this council. So be it. The Empire at least puts the greater good above our own interests.
It seems we may have an agreement. Jarl Ulfric, General Tullius, these are the terms currently on the table. Markarth will be handed over to Ulfric's forces, Jarl Igmund will step down, and Thongvor Silverblood will become the Jarl of Markarth. Ulfric will allow Imperial troops to enter Winterhold. Courier will replace Kraldar as Jarl. The Pale will be turned over to the Empire. Brynna Merilis will assume the Jarlship in Dawnstar. You both agree to this?
The Sons of Skyrim will live up to their agreements, as long as the Imperials hold to theirs. What about you, Elisif? Are these terms to your liking? Speak up! I'm sure General Tullius is waiting to do your bidding.
I have nothing to say to that murderer. General, you've proven yourself a good friend to Skyrim. I continue to trust that you will do your utmost to safeguard our interests.
Thank you, Jarl Elisif. I appreciate your loyalty. These terms blatantly favor the rebels. Everyone here knows that. But the Empire will accept them until the Dragon Menace is dealt with. After that, Ulfric, there will be a reckoning. Count on it.
Come on, Galmar. We have a lot of work to do.
Giving up Markarth is a heavy price for this truce, Dragonborn. I hope it was worth it.
Jarl Balgruuf, I assume you are familiar with the Dragonborn's plan.
Yes, I'm ready to do my part. Just say the word, and my men will help you spring this trap.
But the difficulty remains how to lure a dragon to Dragon's Reach at all.
Well, that's an excellent question. You haven't overlooked that little detail, have you?
I believe I can be of help here. I anticipated the problem. While you were arranging this meeting, I was busy in the library of Skyhaven Temple, an unguessed trove of lost lore. But the important thing is that the Blades recorded many of the names of dragons they slew. Cross-referencing this with Delphine's map of dragon burial sites, I believe I've identified one of the dragons that Alduin has raised up. Don't you see? The names of dragons are always 3 words of power, shouts. By calling the dragon with a voice, he will hear you wherever he might be. He's not compelled to, but dragons are prideful by nature and loath to refuse a challenge. Your voice in particular is likely to intrigue this dragon after your victory over Alduin. I think it's very likely that he will be unable to resist investigating your call.
So what is this dragon's name?
Indeed. I'm no master of the voice, like these worthy gentlemen, but it is written here in this scroll. Oda Ving, winged snow hunter, as I read it.
I hope this truce gives you what you need. It won't last.
There's one more thing. We know about Paarthurnax. That's fine. We needed his help. Now we don't. And it's long past time for him to pay for his crimes. And he's not just any dragon. He was the right hand of Alduin. He committed atrocities so infamous they are still remembered thousands of years later. He needs to die. He deserves to die. And it falls to you to kill him. Until he's dead. Well, I'm sorry, but we would dishonor our oaths as blades if we continued to help you. If they had their way, you do nothing but sit up on their mountain with them and talk to the sky or whatever it is they do. The Greybeards are so afraid of power that they won't use it. Think about it. No. And they're afraid of you. Trust me, there is no need to be afraid. Think of... Make your choice, Dragonborn. You're either with us or against us. Here's the big picture. He helped Alduin enslave our ancestors. He may have betrayed Alduin in the end, but that makes him worse, not better. We can't afford to give Paarthurnax the opportunity to betray us in turn, and return to his old master. The Blades have always guarded and guided the Now our purpose is clear. I'm all that's left of the Blade. Together, we're going to stop these dragons if we have to put every last one of them back in the ground. The faction that rules the Aldmeri Dominion. The ones who almost destroyed the Empire. There's no worse enemy to humankind in Tamriel. The Empire barely survived the last war. The Thalmor don't intend to lose the next one. Paarthurnax deserves to die.
I think that is all for today. Tomorrow we will capture this overheading and Oda having living, and then we are going to kill the Alduin. Okay. Until then.
We have nothing to talk about until Paarthurnax is dead. Do the right thing. Paarthurnax deserves to die. We have nothing to talk about until Paarthurnax is dead. We have nothing to talk about until Paarthurnax is dead. die.
No! Damn it!
Do the right thing. We have nothing to talk about until Parthenax is dead. Do the right thing. Parthenax deserves to die. We have nothing to talk about until Parthenax is dead.
Force!
Nice. I don't like any command. Should I check whether she died or not? So there is no one. Tomorrow we will kill Alduin. Till then, goodbye. If you